there now. Search Hastings Hawks and yeah, on YouTube. That's what I did, and I'm getting a bunch of CT stuff. And then I'll try to talk. What the hell?
So here's the check. Check one, two. Check, check, check. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. We are testing the stream right now to make sure the audio is working okay. I mean, this is playing, right? That is playing, so you should have audio.
I heard something.
Don't believe I'm muted.
What's your volume on?
I hear it coming through there, so maybe we have to go a little bit louder here. Check one, two. Turn that down there.
It's a little
It might be tinny, but is it choppy? It's the question.
yeah, choppy. Yeah.
Like that's what you want to check. You want to make sure it doesn't break up. So you keep listening to that, and I'll just keep babbling and seeing if it works better.
Okay. Did I hit something?
What is playing through my thing?
This is something else.
Oh, whoops.
We actually did something else.
I see.
We switched.
Like that is really loud. Dang it. I don't know. I don't know how to use YouTube evidently.
There it is.
No, that's the River Falls game. We don't want that. Let's go back to the game now and see. Here we go. So I've turned the volume up on the microphone. It is picking up the music pretty well in my headset anyway. How's is it choppy? That's the big question. I'll be chopping. It is kind of chop.
Chunk. It's kind of chunky.
Okay, well then we're gonna go
Me almost as much as you're hearing yourself, even though I don't know what said I.
right, which is really weird. Is it loud though? How's the volume on your end when it's working? Fridays. Okay.
It's chunky. It's like chunk.
Audio properties. Is it
It is kind of choppy.
It is kind of choppy. Okay, not okay. Well, then we're going to mute. Check 1, 2. Oh, so right. Where are my default settings? Audio. Is it going now? Is it choppy though? How bad is it breaking up? Are you hearing every word I say?
Well, I backed out of this, Bruce. I don't know. I saved everything.
Okay, so now go to game manager.
Game manager, yeah.
Create a new game.
Add a game.
Yep.
Visitor, or it could be the new market Muskies.
Yep.
The new market.
That is really weird how loud that is picking up on the screen. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Well, do you have anybody watching besides Derek? Sorry? Right? So they're paired up. Is it now? The question is it any better yet? When I'm on the wheel. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. This might just be what we have to deal with. Otherwise, we only have one person broadcasting, so I guess it's your guys' call. What do you want to do? I mean, we can hook into the audio here and it'd solve the problem. I mean, the other side of it is you guys could take turns, I suppose.
You know what? If you walk down and do stuff, I got the dog, so I was thinking, Derek, if you need a sub for anything or like collect every kind of thinking I can deal with all that shit.
Well, somebody needs to be up here to do the
Or I could do score.
yeah, somebody needs to do the score here.
Or I could do scoreboard and like this and that.
That's fine. That would work too.
So I don't want to. If we're getting that background stuff.
Oh, well, no, it's the choppiness is the problem. That's the issue. That's as good as it's going to get. That's pretty level. I think it's fine. So is it still doing it?
Get ready to start here.
Right, I know. So then what we'll do is mute. Here. Okay, how about check, check, check. Test 1, 2. Okay, I mean, I'm showing audio here. Are you hearing anything there? Check 1, 2. Check, 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 check. Oh, that's just, now you should hear it. Yep. You won't hear each other, and it's good, right? It's clean. So we got audio now. If you want, we can plug the other microphone in, and you guys can both broadcast, whatever. It shouldn't be that hard. Looks like it's already set up for it, but I don't know. Whatever. All right, well, I'm gonna get to my... sounds good. I mean, I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think it's going to go camera audio, so I mean, plug it and try it. You just won't be muted. Yeah, mute on there. I put that there so it's out of the way.
Oh.
Where are you, Griff?
Number 44. It should be toward the bottom. I can't
Not
imagine.
12 anymore, but I'm
It's 20. He's 44 now.
I'm running out of time.
Yeah, it's fine. I can change it. Okay, so here's the question: does this microphone work? Check 1, 2. Check. Check.
We have paper in here.
And just put the over inside.
You don't want this?
No, Sean wants it later on. We can reprint it out.
Okay.
Check and see if your microphone's
This one? Check.
Yeah, we got audio there. It's like a 20-second delay almost. Check 1, 2, 3. So I don't know if that one's gonna work or not. I have no idea.
Dalton Kesty should be left field. I think everything is right except for that Dalton Kesty is a left fielder. For them, yeah, he's in there, but I don't have his position for some reason. So.
Okay, well I need the black chair from over there. We can switch chairs around.
But you don't want this one?
I'm not a fan of that one.
Okay, well I will move then. You can put it wherever you want.
Yeah, I got the screws, right?
Absolutely no.
John is so fat. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Veteran Park, home of Hastings baseball and your Hastings Hawks. Let's go through your starting lineups real quick. First for Newmarket, leading off with number 12, Adam Wheat at second base. Batting second, the shortstop, number 5, Lincoln Berry. Batting third at third base, number 27, Gabe Bombardier. Batting fourth, number 2 in right field, Josh Barrett. Batting fifth, number 14, center fielder, Connor Weed. Batting sixth at first base, number 3, Alex Barrett. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 24, Spencer Klein. And batting eighth is number 1, Parker Beeling at the DH. In left field, number 16, Dalton Hastings, your 9 batter. And on the mound is number 25, Brandon Lund. Now for the Hawks, leading off, number 47 at second base, Dylan Larson. Batting second, the shortstop, number 1, Nolan Drossel. Batting third at third base, number 14, Kellen Rasmussen. Batting fourth, the DH, number 23, Nick Brandt. At first base, batting fifth, Bennett Rathel. Batting sixth, right fielder, number 3, Jack Selesky. Batting seventh, number 37, Cooper DeSutter in left field. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 44, Griffin to Teodoro. Batting ninth, center fielder, number 26, Kate Kimmis. And on the mound, number 28, Reese Cox. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd please rise if you're able. Remove your headwear, direct your attention to center field for the playing of our national anthem. We'll give the guys a chance to get out.
do have it going. If you have friends and family that can't be here, we do have a video stream live on YouTube. Head to YouTube and search Hastings Hawks Official. Otherwise, go to HastingsHawks.com. Look for the broadcast. There should be a link to our page right there. It is going to be kind of weird because it's our first time doing it without Mr. Pinky from HCTV. So if there's glitches and mistakes, expect them. We do apologize, but it's going to be up and running for you, and it is currently going. So cross your fingers. Concessions is open. Burgers, brats, hot dogs, all sorts of cool, refreshing beverages. Dairy Queen Dilly Bars for those of you that are brave enough to eat one of those in the cool. Popcorn, beef jerky, duck meats, too. Beef jerky is really good. Highly recommend that. Go say hi to our folks over in concessions. Your support there does help support the facility as well as the expenses of the team, including our umpires. And as far as the umpires are concerned, please be kind to our officials about them. We cannot have our games. They are hiring all over the place for officials. So if you think you can do a better job, I encourage you to apply.
You showed me this, but God, you only showed me for one time.
They are hiring.
Oh, there you go. I bet you.
We might give them a little bit of grief now and then, but be nice.
And X out, here we go. I think we can X out this one. If we take the eyeball, turn that eyeball off, and then now it's got both of them. So there we go. So then it's that eyeball that changes it back and forth. I can do this. Just for me to do this, can we handle this?
Leading off, number 12, second baseman Adam Wheat.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Hastings Hawks Baseball. We got a little bit of a late start here, working on some new equipment we have for everyone here. As the Hawks welcome the Newmarket Muskies to Vets Park. Adam Weed leading off against Coxey, and Coxey now ahead 1-2 as he fires a strike in there, swing and a miss. Of course, the Hawks on a 3-game win streak, now 3-1 on the year. And that pitch is hit out to center field and deep and up against the wall. And that will be a leadoff double for Adam Weed on a 1-2 pitch. And Newmarket has a runner in scoring position here as the first batter reaches with a double. Lincoln Berg will hit next for the Muskies. 4-pitch at bat there, so Cox's 5th pitch coming here. And Reese misses just inside for a ball, 1-0. Hawks 3-1, 0-1 in league play. This is their first section game of the year. That one's fouled back to the screen, 1-1. Temps around mid-60s right now. Wind is actually blowing out a bit, which is fairly unusual here at Vets. Slight wind out to center field. And the 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2 to Berg. And the 1-2, that one's outside. 2-2. Griffin Tordoro is back in the Hawks uniform here tonight, so a different catcher tonight for the Hawks. That one's fouled off. 2-2 to Berg from Cox. And the pitch here just a bit high, full count. So full count pitch here with a runner on second, nobody out. That's it out towards right, down towards the line. Catch out there, and the tag over to third base for Weed with one away. Berg does his job, or moves the runner up to third. Hits that one fairly deep down the right field line. Gonna bring up Gabe Bombardier, the third baseman. It was Jack Selesky out in right field who made that catch. This one's fouled back for strike 0-1. Cox got ahead of both hitters this far. We had 2 strikes on both hitters, so throwing strikes early in the going here. 12 pitches this far. That one's low and away for a ball, 1-1. One pitch. That one's hit right back Cox. He'll take a jog over to first, underhand it, and it's a 1-3 put out. Leaves the runner over at third base. Big play there. Hawks can get out of this. Josh Barrett, the right fielder and cleanup hitter tonight, steps in. Cox now 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. Cutting a miss on like maybe a slider, something down and in, 0-1. And the 0-1. Outside corner, strike 2, 0-2. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Reese Cox gets out of the inning. And through 1/2 inning, it is Newmarket nothing, and the Hawks coming to bat.
All right, so I did not tell everybody. We do have a follow ball sponsor that is Michael Thurston Insurance Agency, located near
So in between innings here,
he gave us a check for
with the score 0-0, we'll have to update the
$1 foul balls tonight, $2 home run balls if any are hit. You grab those, bring them over to concessions, and they'll give you $1. And I did forget to tell our concessions
And then
folks
the
that,
bottom
so
is
just
there.
take 20
Just
bucks
click the
out of
bottom,
the
the
door
eyeball.
and cat or ones and.
There you go.
There we go. We're trying to figure out how to update there.
We thought we were gonna do. We did. We thought we were gonna do like little dots for out 1, out 2, out 3. But maybe when we figure things out a little before we get.
So the Hawks will be coming up to bat. Dylan Larson will lead off tonight and play second base. Nolan Drossel will bat second and play shortstop. Batting third, Kellen Rasmussen. Rass will be back at third base. Batting cleanup and DHing tonight will be Nick Brandt. Of course, Brandt also catches for the Hawks. Bennett Brathel will bat fifth and play first base. Brathel played first the other night, also earned a save in the win. Jack Selesky will bat sixth at right field, and the first pitch here to Dylan Larson is taken for a strike. And fouled back for strike 2. Filling out the lineup, Cooper DeSutter, Griffin Diatorodoro, and Cade Kimmis for the Hawks. 0-2 count. Down and away for a ball, 1-2. And cut and a miss by Larson, strike 3. So a 4-pitch strikeout for Brandon Lund for the Muskies, and there's one away. Nolan Drossel will bat for the Hawks. And that's in there for strike 1. And strike 2 called. So Dross quickly down 0-2. Fist one out into, just put the bat out on the, hit the ball into left field for a single, and the Hawks have their first base runner of the night. Kind of threw the bat out there at the ball and put it right over the third baseman's head. I bring up Kellen Rasmussen.
Number 14, Kellen Rasmussen.
First pitch here's called a strike on the outside corner. And it's way out and gets to the backstop. Dross will go down to second base. Great speed on the base pass with Dross out there. So it'll be 1-1 to Rasmussen. Drossel down at second now. And that one's hit to the shortstop in the hole. Gets by him, and that's going to score a run in the air. Drossel, as I said, has great speed. Rasmussen will reach, Drossel will score, and the Hawks lead 1-0. Ball hit into the hole, and Barry unable to come up with that one. And then the Hawks now take a 1-0 lead. First pitch called strike, 0-1 to Nick Brandt. Again, Brandt DHing tonight with Griffin behind the plate. Nice off-speed pitch for strike 2. And the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. And there are 2 outs here with Rasmussen over at first base. Might be a bit of a generous strike zone so far for the pitchers, as a few of the Hawks' batters have kind of looked back a couple times. Oh, and that one's hit into center field on the first pitch. Rasmussen will round second, head to third, and there'll be runners on the corners with 2 outs. Ratho with a base hit to center field on the first pitch he sees.
Your next batter, right fielder, number 3, Jack Selesky.
And that's how you deal with the strike zone that maybe be pitcher friendly, as you get them up swinging and be aggressive. Selesky, number 9, playing right field, will step in. Runners on the corners. 14 pitches so far for Lund. Jacko gets a piece of that one to the backstop, 0-1. And 0-1, and Jack hits that one well to left field, left center, going back. Center fielder reaches up and makes the grab 2-3 steps short of the warning track. As Selesky flies out to center field to end the first inning, Hawks leading 1-0. As Rasmussen reaching in the air, it scored Drossel.
First recap, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 left on base. The Hawks take an early 1-0 lead in the hole for Newmarket.
So we'll go to the top of the second. Hawks 1-0.
And again, concessions is open burgers, brats, hot dogs.
Cox 17 pitches in the first inning. Lund 16 pitches in the first inning.
Come around and collect sometime in the 5th inning. $5
For the Muskies, number 5 hitter Connor Weed will lead off, the center fielder. Alex Barrett will be the second batter of the inning and bat 6 in the lineup. He will play first base tonight, and the catcher Spencer Klein will be third up in the second inning. Cox gave up the 1 hit, the double, to lead off the top of the first inning, but he stranded Adam Weed over at third base. After that fly ball moved him up, that big big play where he got Bombardier to ground up back to him for a second out, and then able to strike out Barrett to end the inning.
In the top of the second, number 14, Connor Weed.
So Connor Weed will step in here to start the top of the second inning for the Muskies. A cool, kind of gloomy night out, but as I said earlier too, the wind blowing out. And we've seen a couple balls take off here so far, as that's ball 1 to Weed. That double in the first inning for the Muskies, and then Jack's ball hit to left center. That's probably a ball tonight. And that's on the outside edge, strike 1, 1-1. 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1. Swing and a miss there. One down in the zone, 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch from Brees bounces low and past Griffin to the backstop, and it'll be a full count. And that one's just high for a ball. So Connor Weed will reach on a walk. So Barrett will step in here. It's the second straight inning the Muskies get the leadoff man on. There's strike 1. 0-1. And the runner goes down to second base, gets by, and Weed is in with a stolen base.
We gotta watch the camera if we gotta back it up. Or please close the window if we have to.
So 1-1 at the dish here, and runner now on second base. That's down in the zone, 2-1. As the rain has now come into Vets Park.
It should be over pretty quick, though.
And foul ball. Runner was going, but he did get a piece of that. Fouled it back, and it is 2-2. Our weatherman, Bruce Skarnick, says the rain should pass shortly. So 2-2 count here, and that one gets away from Reese. Just lost grip on that one. And runner to third here with nobody out. That one was pretty clear. That slipped right out of his hand. Full count pitch coming here. Runner on third, nobody out. And that one just misses outside for another walk. So the first batter of the inning walks, reaches second on the stolen base, and then gets to third on the wild pitch. And now Barrett walks, putting runners on the corners with nobody away. Cut and a miss by Klein, strike 1. Cox checks over at first and delivers strike 2. Quickly ahead, 0-2. Cox is known to strike out quite a few batters, and he could really use one here. And he does get one as a swing and a miss, strike 3. One away here for Newmarket in the second inning. Second strikeout tonight for Reese.
Parker Bailing, and I've also asked someone in concessions to bring you guys dry towels for the pitchers.
Parker Bailing will now bat for the Muskies. 7th in the lineup, hitting it's the DH tonight. Cut and a miss, strike 1. Bailing the DH, batting for Lund, the pitcher. And the 0-1 inside, nearly got him there on shoulder or elbow, 1-1. And Griffin's going to go up and talk to Reese. Looks like he's digging into the back of that mound trying to clean his cleats. So the boys are talking it over here. And first and third, one away here. Top of the second inning. Hawks up 1-0. Cox now at 34 pitches.
Hey, do we have that spike thing in the shed still?
And now Cox is ready. Reese fires. Called strike on the outside of half. 1-2. And foul back to the backstop will stay at 1-2. And the pitch. Tap foul down the line.
Thanks, Aria.
And again, 1-2. Up and away from Reese, 2-2. Barrett's been pretty stationary over there, first base, not getting a large lead at all. So, I'd like to think the double play is still in order here. Up and away again, full count. So number 8 hitter bailing, the lefty steps in, full count pitch. That's high, ball 4. Third walk of the inning for Cox has loaded him up. Manager Madsen will come out with a fresh group of baseballs for the umpire. And I'll bring up Dalton Kesty, the number 9 hitter, left fielder tonight for the Muskies. Base is full of fish, 1 out here, top second. And that's down and in for ball, 1-0. The rain came in and Reese has kind of lost his control a bit. See if we can get it back here. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. 1-1 pitch to Kesty. Down in the dirt, 2-1. Two-one pitch is chopped to first to go home for 1, and he gets them at home for the force out as Griffin kind of tiptoed on the edge of the plate there for the second out of the inning. Base is still loaded, but 2 away now. That'll bring up at a rocket double leading off the top of the first inning. Pitch here, inside corner, strike 1. Nice pitch there by Reese going into the inside half. Kind of been living on the outside half more so. Strike 1. That was his 45th pitch thus far tonight. And the pitch fouled off, backs up. 0-2.
That's why you wait, right?
Perfect, exactly. Exactly. You have to reset the pitch on it.
And the pitch from Reese here, down and in for a ball. So 1-2 here. to Weed. And that one's hit in shallow left down the line. To Sutter there to make the play, and a great job by Cox to get out of that bases loaded jam in the second inning. It's a fly out to left field does in the Muskies in the second. We're in through 1.5. And the Hawks now still with a 1-0 lead. The bottom third of the Hawks order tonight will be due up next. DeSutter, Griff, and Cade Kimmis. DeSutter making that last play in left field. Griffin behind the plate and Cade out in center field tonight. And just as the guys are talking in the background here, the rain has significantly here in between innings.
Well, hopefully Sean's in. Hopefully, if they need Diamond Dry, hopefully they've got enough guys in the dugout that Sean can send somebody to get them back.
So Lund doing in his warm-up pitches here, ready for the second inning. DeSutter has a home run capability. He will lead off the bottom of the second inning. Again, the wind blowing out a little bit tonight, which is pretty unusual here. And Cooper will walk up to the plate.
Leading off for the Hawks, number 37, Cooper DeSutter.
First pitch, the liner past the shortstop into left field for a base hit. So first pitch to Sutter sees, puts right into left field. Third hit of the night so far for the Hawks, and he leads off the second inning with a base hit. Griffin will bat next. Second year with the Hawks. Guy who takes a lot of good at bats, sees a lot of pitches. And shows bunt here, just outside for a ball, 1-0. I thought Griffin was going to Purdue, but he wasn't playing baseball, I believe. 1-0 count here to Griffin. Shows bunt again and puts it back out towards the pitcher. He'll decide to go over to first base, and Griffin has a sack bunt. One away for the Hawks, but now they have a runner in scoring position for Cade Kimmis.
Center fielder, number 26, Cade Kimmis.
First pitch to Cade is right in there for strike 0-1. And the 0-1 downstairs in the dirt for a ball, 1-1. And cutting a miss there, strike 2. One-two pitch to Kimmis. Fouled back out of play. Stay at 1-2. DeSutter down at second base here with one away. Dylan Larson would bat next for the Hawks. And cutting a miss, strike 3. Kimmis goes down swinging, 2 away for Larson. Third strikeout of the night so far for Brandon Lund.
Now batting number 47, Dylan Larson.
And that one's hit out to left center. Hit pretty well, but the center fielder goes back out there and makes the play very similar to Jack Selesky's fly ball last inning. And the Hawks are retired in the second inning. Still leading 1-0 as we go to the top of the third. Cox will come back out for his third inning of work. Reese has 48 pitches this far to Lund's just 25 through 2 innings. He looks like he's doing some more work there on the back of the mound, trying to get those cleats cleaned off.
He's running towards the shed. He's running towards the shed. I can't imagine what else he could do.
He didn't grab diamonds right there.
The Muskies will have their 2-3-4 hitters, Berg, Bombardier, and Barrett up here in the third inning as they see Reese Cox for the second time tonight. Berg flew out to right field. Bombardier hit a grounder back to Cox, and Barrett struck out, all back in the first inning. As I said earlier, the Hawks 3-1 on the year. 3 straight wins after they got the bulk of the team back from the college season.
I needed to bring something else lunch on besides sugary stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I get that.
Jason Greeter out there with helping Cox out there behind the mound.
Leading off, number 5, Lincoln Berry.
Looks like Reese is ready to go. So top of the third here, Hawks leading 1-0. That must have just missed. I was waiting for him to say strike one, but it's ball one. That's high 2-0. And up and in 3-0. So Reese have to come all the way back from a 3-0 count here. Strike one, 3-1. 3-1 count, and that one hit him. It was a ball 4 anyway. Technically will be a hit by pitch. Now bring up Gabe Bombardier, who grounded out to Reese his first time. Cox at 53 pitches here through 2+. That one's fell back into the screen. 0-1. And up and in. A little chin music there. 1-1. So 1-1 count here from Cox to Gabe Bombardier. That one is just over the head of Rass and into left field for a base hit. A little firewood here for the Muskies, but they'll take a base hit. And a 2 on here with nobody out here, top of 3.
Now batting number 2, Josh Barrett.
So cleanup hitter Barrett, who struck out his first time up, bat now. Pitch in for a strike, 0-1. And that one, looks like it may have even went behind him, and runners will move up to second and third on the wild pitch. And the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike two. So 1 and 2, nobody out. Runners on second and third here, top of the third inning. And that one's right back up the middle and past Larson into center field. That's going to score two. As Barrett with a 2-run single gives the Muskies a 2-1 lead here in the top of the third inning.
Batting 14, Connor Weed.
Hit batter comes around to score, as well as that little flare single, a busted bat single. Both runners moved up on the pass ball or wild pitch, and then a solid single to center scores them. First pitch to Connor Weed is a strike. Connor Weed walked his first time up, leading off the second inning. Cut and a miss, strike two. And the pitch here fouled back. Stay at 0 and 2. Oh, 2 pitch. Fisted down the first base line, just about a foot foul. Brath will pick it up and will stay at 0 and 2. Muskies 2 runs, 3 hits, and an error. Hawks 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. So we're in the top of the third inning. Another 0-2 pitch coming. That's high, 1 and 2. Cox at 64 pitches this far. Take something off there, off speed, called, strike 3. So Reese gets his first backwards K, his third overall strikeout of the game.
Batting number 3, Alex Barrett.
3 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a hit batter so far. That misses for a ball, 1-0. Looks like there's a couple guys getting ready, starting to loosen up down in the bullpen. So this one's fouled back and out of play, 1-1. Hawks with more arms this year, which will give them more opportunities to make some moves earlier in games if they deem it necessary. It's also an early season game for Cox. They might not want to ring up his pitch count too much. Cut and a miss on one low and in, 1 and 2. And one's fouled out of play down the left field line. We'll stay at 1 and 2. Next pitch will be Reese's 70th of the game. 1-2 fouled back over by the dugout, and we'll stay at 1 and 2. One-two pitch. Line pass, Bratho at first and into right field for a base hit. Selesky up, fires it into third. Runner will stay put at second as Barrett. And now the Muskies have runners on first and second with one away. Already 2 runs in the inning. I bring up Spencer Klein. Klein, the catcher, struck out swinging his first time up tonight. And there'll be a break in action here as Coach Selesky's going to come out and talk to Cox. Also give the Hawks a little extra time down in the bullpen. Can't see who it is from here, but we can tell it's a left-handed pitcher warming up for the Hawks.
I can't spot a number.
Lefties are so hard.
How many lefties are there? I mean,
We have a couple now.
maybe somebody we don't know, honestly.
What's that?
Maybe somebody we're not familiar with.
It probably is, but I don't recognize throwing for him.
And the meeting's over. Cox now gets ready here. Again, runners on first and second, one away, top third inning. That one's popped up foul and out of play.
You'll get that $1 courtesy of Michael Thorson Insurance Agency.
I got peanuts all over the line of card.
And that one's up and in for a ball. 1-1. Cox now at 74 pitches. That one's hit out towards second. Second base for one, on to first. Double play, and the Hawks get out of the inning, giving up the 2 runs. But a 4-6-3 double play will end the inning and keep the damage at 2. We're through 2.5 innings here at Spark, with the Muskies leading the Hawks by a score of 2-1.
According to the radar, the range should be done.
So we'll go
I heard that, believe it or not.
to the bottom of the third inning here. It'll be 2-3-4. Drossel, Rasmussen, and Brandt do up for the Hawks. Drossel singled and scored in the first. He scored on Rasmussen reaching on an error by the shortstop for the Muskies, who was Lincoln Berry. He had a tough play, a backhander there. He couldn't make the play, went into left field, and the speedy Drossel scored. And then Brandt struck out looking and had kind of a prolonged conversation, or say that the dish a little couple extra seconds is not real thrilled with the call.
$5 after the game for your first one, 30 for each one after that. So you're welcome to stick around and eat and drink before you head home, since it is a Friday night.
If anybody were to reach base, Brennan Brathel, would be the 4th batter of the inning. You see Lund now working on his cleats as well. Jason Greeter out there helping him out as well behind the mound, cleaning off the spikes for both pitchers. So Cox gets through, and now at 75 pitches through 3. That might be it for Reese tonight, as we still have a pitcher warming up down in the bullpen.
In the hole, Brand, deck, Rasmussen, and now leading off the shortstop, number 1, Nolan Drossel.
So Drossel lead off here in the bottom of the third. Hawks down 2-1. And first pitch swinging, hits one out into shallow left. Shortstop out, over his head into left. Huge turn there by Drossel, but he's not going to be able to advance any further. And Nolan Drossel now with the 4th hit for the Hawks and his 2nd hit of the night. First saw Barry went out there quite a ways into left and tried to make the play, just a little bit too far for him to get to it. See Jordy Horse running out to coach first base here, sitting for the Hawks as Rasmussen steps in and takes strike one. Just 28 pitches for Lund here through 2+ innings. And down and away in the dirt, 1-1. Russell with fairly standard lead over at first. High, short hit again into left field. And that one's going to drop over to third, and Drossel's hung up. He's going to make it all the way back to second. They'll tag Rass out going to first. Throw back over to third, and Drossel somehow makes it into third base. So he will reach third. Rasmussen will get a base hit for the 5th hit of the night, but he is then thrown out going back to first. And really, Drossel got hung up, and that was the reasoning for Rasmussen being thrown out. So Brandt will step in here after that comedy and take strike one. And fouled back off his fist, 0-2. So Drossel at third, it would be the tying run here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And cutting a miss, strike 3. Brandt goes down on strikes. And I bring up Bennett Barathel, who had a base hit himself back in the 1st inning.
First baseman Bennett Barathel.
And cutting a miss, strike 1. And that gets away from the catcher, and Drossel will come in, tie the game. Hawks have scored twice. Both times it was Drossel on Muskies miscues. And we have a 2-2 ball game. And that's hit out. Throw over to first is in the dirt, and then bounces away from the first baseman. So Brath will reach on an error. So 2nd error of the game for the Muskies. And Selesky will bat. And Jacko pops one into shallow left center. And it drops in again. And then he will take second base on the throw into third. And the Hawks are just finding a spot to put base hit after base hit. Lund has been giving up not very solid contact here, but shallow left center field, the Hawks keep putting it down. And with 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd inning, runners on 2nd and 3rd. We'll bring up Cooper to Sutter, who singled himself leading off the 2nd inning. Was stranded at second base. And that's blown away for a ball, 1-0. Nice off-speed pitch in on the inside corner, strike 1, 1-1. Big at bat here, chance to give the Hawks the lead. And that one hit him in the backside. That'll load them up for Griffin. Base is loaded of Hawks here, bottom 3. Hawks do have 6 hits, but I feel like 4 of them were just balls nobody could get to in shallow left field.
All 3 this inning for sure. All 3 this inning for sure.
Griffin had to peel his catcher's gear off. Again, that error with 2 outs opened up the door here. Rasmussen over at third. Single by Selesky to Sutter, hit by a pitch. And suddenly the bases are loaded. Strike 1 here. Lined up to 40 pitches now. Up and away for ball 1-1. 1-1 hit over in left field down the line, just foul. Lands a few feet foul, and it's 1-2. And the pitch here down and in for a ball 2-2. And in low and in again. Good hold there by Griffin. Full count here, 2 away. Runners will be moving on the pitch. And close pitch there, so Griffin reaches out, taps that one foul, and will stay 3-2. So 3-2. A little chopper towards third. He'll have to hurry. Makes the throw over to first. And he Griffin by a step on the nice 5-3 putout. We are through 3 here at Vets Park. Hawks and Muskies tied at 2.
Yeah, the Starburst jelly beans are by far the best.
No, they're pretty good, man. I definitely have had those before. For sure.
And we'll see what the Hawks do here on the mound.
What? Okay.
19.
Connor Iverson is now pitching.
So Connor Iverson, a new left-handed pitcher for the Hawks, will come in here in the 4th inning. Have a tie 2-2 game. Hawks 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors.
Number 19.
And the Muskies 2 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors. So one of the Hawks' runs is unearned back in the 1st inning. So our first look at Iverson, the lefty, and he's thrown a couple nice breaking pitches so far. Something we haven't had around here a whole lot is the left-handed pitchers. So nice to see Iverson out here, and he's warming up here to start the 4th inning. No other changes in the field for the Hawks. It'll be the DH Bowling, then Kesty, and then to the top of the order, Adam Weed here in the 4th inning for the Muskies. And looks like Iverson's ready. So we got
Number 1, the DH, Parker Bailing.
Bailing, the DH steps in. We'll get a lefty-lefty matchup right off the bat here in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch outside for ball, 1-0. So Cox done after 3 innings, gave up 2 runs, 4 hits, threw 75 pitches. This one's just a touch high, 2-0. That one's tapped foul back to the backstop, 2-1. Cox had a good first inning, did give up a leadoff double, got out of it without any damage, and then the rain came, and he walked 3 out of the first 4 batters in that second inning. And the pitch count went up dramatically from that point on. This is down and away for ball 3-1. 3-1 pitch, high, ball 4. So Bailing has walked twice in his first 2 at-bats. I bring him up the 9-hitter, Kesty.
Number 16, Dalton Kesty.
Getting to a fielder's choice. Hawks went home and got the out at home for the second out of the second inning as the bases were loaded. And first pitch in here, first strike, 0-1. So the Hawks bring in a lefty and gets to face 2 left-handed hitters right out the chute. That one's hit to third. Rasmussen grabs the soft liner for the first out of the inning. Thought about throwing it over to first, but runner was not far off the bag and really no need to make the throw. Adam Weed will step in, doubled in the first, and flew out to left field second inning. Just a touch high. Iverson now 3 straight lefties he's facing in the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Muskies. 1-0 is on the outside corner, strike 1, 1-1. The rain has gone away, but that mound still obviously is tacky, and the pitchers are struggling a little bit with their cleats right now. And the 1-1 runner goes, hit out to second, hit the base runner. He will be out at second base. Runner will be over at first. But the base runner was stealing on the runner's interference play, so it'll be a out at second. Second out of the inning, 2 away. Adam Weed will reach first. And that'll bring up Berg, the number 2 hitter. It's just inside for ball 1-0. So the 4th hitter of the inning, but the first righty now for Iverson. Outside corner, strike 1. 1-1 pitch. Fisted out into shallow right field, and that's down for a base hit. Selesky comes up firing, but Weed will stay at second base. So a little fister base hit into shallow right field down by the right field line. Nothing anybody could do about that, and that will be the 5th hit of the night for the Muskies. Hawks have that spot they found in left center where they've dumped about 3 hits here. So the Muskies find a spot in shallow right field and get a bloop hit of their own. Gabe Bombardier will bat next. He's 1 for 2. Singled last time up. There's a strike, 0-1. Iverson checking the runner at second and fires, and that was hit well to left field, way back, off the wall. One run is in. Second runner coming around third. Throw home, not in time, and a two-run double for Gabe Bombardier, and the Muskies take a 4-2 lead.
Now batting number 2, Josh Barrett.
Barrett will step in. He drove in the other 2 runs his last time up.
Well, it's a good hitting team. I mean, that is for sure. So it's like,
And there's a strike. So Iverson up 0-1.
you got to get ahead of them, be able to throw your pitch and get behind a little bit.
And a high ball, 1-1. Barrett with a 2-run single last inning. Plating Berg and Bombardier. And cutting a miss on the inside corner, 1-2. One-two pitch coming to Barrett. The cleanup hitter, lefty, hits a pitch back into the backstop. Will stay at 1-2. Newmarket, a pretty good hitting team, and Iverson already up to 19 pitches in his own right here in 2/3 of an inning. 1-2 pitch. Up and in for a ball, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch in there for strike 3. Caught him looking. Nice job there to get out of the inning without any more damage done. Muskies got 2 in the third, 2 more here in the fourth. And through 3.5, they lead the Hawks 4-2. Hawks will be coming up here in the bottom of the fourth inning, and they will have 9-1-2. Kimmis, Larson, and Drossel due up. Newmarket 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. Hastings 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The big difference in game right now is pitch count and walks given up by the Hawks versus the Muskies. Couple of errors have given the Hawks a run. And we're here 4-2, both teams with 6 hits. And Cade Kimmis will step in. Cade swung, strikeout swinging his first time in the second inning. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. And cutting a miss, strike 2, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch down and 1-2. Even at that prolonged third inning after the 2-out error, Lund still just at 49 pitches right now. So his pitch count is in a much better position. Nice. 1-2, Cade Kimmis leading off the bottom of the fourth. just low. 2-2.
They make a mess. Find him? Good job. Got him. Good job. You're going to make all the money today.
2-2 pitch popped up in the infield. Shortstop over to make the play as Berg, and there's one away. Labrador Dylan Larson struck out swinging and a fly to center field. His last time up.
Dylan Larson.
Nice breaking ball in there for strike 0-1. Wind still blowing out to kind of left center here tonight. This one rolled over to second base. High hop, has to hurry to get Larson over at first, gets him by a step. 4-3 put out. There's two away, and that'll bring up Nolan Drossel. 2 for 2 and scored both Hawks runs.
Number 1, shortstop, Nolan Drossel.
First pitch into Nolan's a strike, 0-1. And down and away for a ball, 1-1. And that's in there for strike 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Rolled out to first. Throws over to the pitcher covering. 3-1 put out. Retires Russell and the Hawks here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And we will go to the top of the fifth inning. The Muskies leading 4-2.
We could certainly broadcast to our website, the Sports Engine website.
Yeah.
But the broadcast stuff alone, I guess, are at $1,500 a year.
There we go. 4-2, top 5. Looks like Iverson will return for his second inning of work. As he warms up here, we'll look for the Muskies lineup. It'll be Connor Weed, Alex Barrett, and Spencer Klein due up for the Muskies here in the fifth inning. 5, 6, 7 hitters in the lineup.
All right, where are we? Hey, do you want to just come back and fix it tomorrow?
3 hitters the Muskies did not bat the last inning when Iverson entered the game, so they'll get their first look at him. Griffin will throw down, and we'll be ready here for the top of the fifth inning.
In the whole fine on deck. Barrett now batting number 14, Connor Weed.
So Connor Weed will step in here for the Muskies. Walked in, struck out looking so far tonight. First pitch here, nice outside off speed for strike 0-1. And that one bends around the plate, 1-1.
Okay.
And the 1-1 pitch to Weed way outside into the other batter's box, 2-1.
Usually, like if it's slow and we're doing things, I usually try.
Swing and a miss, strike two. 2-2 to Connor Wade.
You can't really turn it down. You can't really. Okay.
Like if you get it too low, it'll,
Are you able to keep? Were you able to keep? Are you able to keep it?
2-2 pitch. That one's hitting to left field and shallow. Coming in is DeSutter. He'll make the play, and there's one away. And that amazingly is the first time tonight the Hawks have retired the leadoff hitter for the Muskies, as the leadoff hitter reached in all the first 4 innings, only scoring in the third.
I can go. I can go walk after the 5th is over, Bruce, if you want.
So Barrett now will step in, 1-for-1 with a walk tonight. Outside for a ball, 1-0.
I don't know if you want to watch that much of it.
And down and in for a ball, 2-0.
I hit a strike.
And the 2-0 is check swing, strike 1.
What's the?
they usually have Friday or the pizza anyway. I got 28.57.
Okay, so I can fix that.
And the 2-1. Cut and a miss, strike 2, 2-2. And the 2-2. And that one's just outside. Full count here with 1 away to Alex Barrett. Full count pitch. Rolled out to second. Larson has it. Fires over to first. 4-3 put out, and there's 2 away. I bring up Spencer Klein. Struck out in the second inning swinging and hit into a 4-6-3 double play to end the third. And that was a big play for the Hawks. Had already given up 2 runs in that inning. That double play got Cox and the Hawks out of that third inning. Down away, ball 1. One 0 pitch from Iverson. Strike 1, outside corner.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to stream the audio now for away games, because here we can do YouTube with the camera and stuff. But do we do just audio on away games and do
Swing and a miss, strike 2 for Iverson.
Do that and just have like a Hawks logo up there on the screen or something like that.
Gave up a couple runs in his first inning, but here looking to retire the Muskies in order. 1-2 pitch. Beautiful off speed. Strike 3 looking, and the Muskies go down in order in the 5th. Through 4.5. Newmarket 4, Hastings 2.
rightmost, or actually turn the leftmost one off and use the 2 middle ones. That way the outer parts stay at least warm. You're not going to be busy enough where you need to throw 20 things in the grill now.
So really nice inning there by Iverson, coming back from having a bit of a tough first inning where he gave up a couple hits and 2-run double to Bombardier being the big hit. A couple hits and a walk his first inning. 3 up, 3 down in his second inning. He has 2 strikeouts now. And bottom of the 5th, we'll have Kellen Rasmussen, Nick Brandt, and Bennett Brethel due up for the Hawks. Rasmussen 1 for 2, reached on an error and a single. Brandt has gone down on strikes twice so far tonight. And Brethel also has a single and reached on an error, is 1 for 2 as well.
Popcorn, dill pickles, if that's your thing. Oh yeah, Wiley Wallaby licorice, that's the good stuff. The watermelon is really good. Highly recommend that. I take it you
So as they throw down, we're getting ready here for the bottom of the fifth. Kellen Rasmussen will step in to lead off the inning for the Hawks.
Number 14, Kellen Rasmussen.
Everything is five now, so you can probably just get fives.
So the first pitch to Rass. Hit out towards short, deep in the hole. He's going to have to hurry. And that's an infield single for Rasmussen. Gets by the first baseman, and he will reach second base. So Rasmussen with the single will reach second on the air, and the Hawks have the leadoff runner at second base, Nick Brandt.
Now by number 23, Nick Brandt.
Cut and a miss, strike one. And down for a ball, 1-1. Hawks with 7 hits, I believe, all singles. And down in the dirt for a ball, 2-1.
I think everybody made it on, if they made it to second, it was on the throw.
2-1 pitch to Brandt. That one's called a strike, 2-2. Two swing and a miss. Brandt down on strikes for the third time tonight. One away. Bratha will step in.
Now batting number 7, Bennett Brackle.
Down away for ball, 1-0. Up and in, 2-0. Hawks have struck out 5 times so far, but Nick Brandt has 3 of the 5 as he's had a rough night so far. That's up and in, 3-0. And 3-0. Outside corner strike, 3-1. Rasmussen at second, 3-1 here to Bratha, 1 out, bottom 5. Hawks trying to chip into a 4-2 game. That's up and in for a ball. And Bratha will reach.
Your next batter, the right fielder, number 3, Jack Zaleski.
I believe that is the first walk of the night for the Hawks. Yeah, just 68 pitches so far here for London. 4 1/3 innings. Runners on first and second for Jack Zaleski. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Jack flew out to center and singled. He's 1 for 2. That's down and good take by Jack, 1-1. Flag now blowing almost straight out to center. That's just in for a ball, 2-1.
I'm surprised you even smell my, yeah, because the onions, I cut onions earlier.
2-1 hit down to left field line. Long run. And that's in there and bounces off the wall.
I think he just lost track of it and get twisted around by it.
Yeah, the left fielder kind of lost track of the ball. A bang off the wall. I think that's got to be a single. And now the Hawks have the bases loaded with 1 away.
Now by number 37, left fielder Cooper to Sutter.
So bases loaded, one out. Big chance here for DeSutter and the Hawks. That's outside for ball one. DeSutter singled in the second and was hit by a pitch back in the third. Down and away ball 2, 2-0. And down again, 3-0 to DeSutter. No place to put him. Takes all the way, strike one. And it looks like he got something in his eye. He's going to call time, step out of the box. Big 3-1 pitch here. Home plate umpire will clean off the plate and give him a minute. So 3-1 here to DeSutter. Outside, ball 4, and that will walk in a run. DeSutter with the RBI walk, and it's now a 4-3 game.
Now batting the catcher, number 44, Griffin to Teodoro.
So Griff will step in here, 4-3 now. Base is loaded, one out. And he takes strike one. That one's out and past the third baseman to left field. That will score one more on the single. And it is now a 4-4 game. Just got it past the third baseman and ties this one up. And still, Kimmis will now bat with this loaded and one out. That's down and in, ball one. Suddenly Lund up to 80 pitches. Down and in again, ball two, 2-0. New Market bullpen is quiet at the moment, as is the Hawks. That one's peeled back, foul out of play, 2-1.
Brought to you by Michael Thorson Insurance Agency.
And the 2-1 to Kimmis. That one's over the shortstop's head into center field. One run will score. Second run coming around. He will score as the ball gets away from the catcher. Looked like he might have had him out. And runners now on second and third. Single for Kimmis will drive in two. He'll reach second on the throw home. And the Hawks now lead 6-4 with a 4-run fifth inning with one away. And the Muskies have a meeting at the mound. Lund at 83 pitches now. Dylan Larson, 0 for 3 tonight. He will bat next for the Hawks. The runners on second and third and one away. So it looks like the meeting at the mound is done. Hawks now 10 hits here all of a sudden in 4 1/3 innings. Certainly haven't hit a lot of balls hard by any means, but they put the ball in play and it's worked out for them. Infield in now for the Muskies. And there's a strike. 0-1 to Larson. Larson, the 8th batter of the inning for the Hawks. And he'll take another strike, 0-2. And that one's hit through. They pulled it infield into left field. One run is in. And they will hold Kimmis at third. Runners in the corners. So Larson comes through with an RBI single. And it is now 7-4 Hawks.
Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Nolan Drossel.
And that will bring him Nolan Drossel. Draws 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. See if there's anything on here. Runners on the corners. First pitch out to center field. And that's caught, but should be deep enough to drive in a run on a sac fly. Drossel plates another run for the Hawks. That'll be the 6th run of the inning for Hastings and their 8th of the game as it's now 8-4. And that brings up Rasmussen, who started off the inning, ended up scoring after he had a hit. That one's hit up to deep short again. And this time, he's not going to throw it over. And Rasmussen with his second hit of the inning. You recall, he led off the inning with a hit similar spot. And the throw over to first, he beat out in time for a base hit, but it got by the first baseman. He reached second on the air. This time he decided better not throw it. And Brandt will take a strike. And in the dirt for ball, 1-1. One pitch fouled back, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch just misses, 2-2. Fouls that one back. Stay at 2-2. This one fouled back again. 2-2. Still 2-2. 2 outs. Runners on first and second base. Hawks already plating 6 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that one's down and gets away from the catcher. It'll be a full count, and the runners both move up to second and third. Larson to third. Rasmussen checks in at second, and now a full count, 2 outs to Brandt. That one's hit over to left center. Hit deep to left center. And that is a home run for the Hawks. 3-run shot for Nick Brandt. And he relieves a lot of, I'm sure, unhappiness of his night so far. He had struck out his first 3 at-bats.
And there's a $2 home run ball.
And then he goes yard here for 3 runs. A huge 5th inning this far for the Hawks, and they lead 11-4. And that'll do it for Lund, who was pitching really well until this 5th inning. Had given up a solo run in the first inning, which was unearned, and 1 run in the third. But 9 runs here so far in the bottom of the fifth inning, and the Hawks with a 11-4 lead. 11 runs, 13 hits. They're not all singles anymore after that 3-run home run.
Hey, that's 2 straight games with a home run.
As I said, the wind is actually blowing out for once here at Vets. Unusual, and the Hawks are able to get one out of here.
Yeah, well, 5 is the shortstop.
Okay.
20 is changing, is becoming the DH or what? Okay. Okay, so he's going short. 20's going to short. Because 5 was at short. Okay. Okay.
Looks like 3 is a short, Bruce.
So Bennett Brathel step in here for the Hawks with 2 away. Now, nobody on base, but that was due to a 3-run bomb by Nick Brandt.
How about number 7, Bennett Brathel?
First pitch is inside for ball, 1-0. Lund had 96 pitches through 4 2/3. This one's fouled out past or shut over down the first base line. 1-1.
$1 foul ball.
That's up and away for ball 2-1. Inside 3-1. Brathel 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored so far tonight. Up and in again, 3-1, or excuse me, that's ball 4. And that will be a walk. And the bottom of the fifth inning will continue as Jack Selesky will now hit. 13th hitter of the inning for the Hawks. Jacko 2 for 3 with a run scored. That one's hit out to left. Left fielder coming in. Had a little bit of trouble with it, but he finds it. Retires the Hawks finally in the fifth inning, but not before Hastings comes up with 9 runs and takes 11-4 lead as we will go to the top of the 6th inning.
Bottom of 5th recap, 9 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 1 left on base. The Hawks take the lead 11-4 in the home for Newmarket. Adam Weed on deck, Dalton Kesty. And the next batter is number 20. I gotta make that change.
So Iverson comes out for his 3rd inning, and all of a sudden he's looking at getting the victory if the Hawks can hang on here. Up 11-4.
Oh boy. Umpire Pat's been checking in on Facebook.
So 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Bailing, Kesty, and Weed will be batting for Newmarket. Hastings walked both of his at-bats tonight in the second and fourth innings. Or actually, it's a pinch hitter for Newmarket.
They dropped the DH.
That's in for strike one. And a ball, 1-1. Iverson had 38 pitches here through 2+ innings. That's in there for strike 2-1. A nice off speed in there for, I thought was a strike, but he called it a ball. And the pitch from Iverson's down and away. So full count here, leading off the top of the sixth. Fouled back past us. Stay at 3-2. Full count pitch again. And he left before I think the pitch got there, but it was called a ball. And the leadoff hitter will reach for the Muskies. Two batters now hitting in that 8th spot, but the 8th spot now has walked all 3 plate appearances. Castillo, the number 9 hitter, will bat next. Just misses ball 1. Newmarket with a lot of lefties in the lineup tonight. Nice to have a left pitcher like Iverson in the game for the Hawks. That misses again, 2-0. That's exactly what Newmarket wants, down by 7. If they can take some free passes, maybe get back into this game. Cut and a miss here, strike 1, 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch. Strike 2 on the outside. Edge 2-2. Runner stays put at first, and the pitch. Just fouled on the left field line and stay at 2-2. 2-2 again. Off speed roller up to second. To short for 1. On to first. And he just beat it out. And that was a nice play by the Hawks, but lots of speed at the dish there by Cassie. Just beats that one out.
Back to the top of the order for Newmarket, number 12, Adam Weed.
I don't know if the Hawks could have done that any better. Leadoff runner, erased on the play, and there's one away. Adam Weed will bat next. 1 for 3 with a right. Check swing called strike 1. Checks the runner. He's going. Called strike 2. Runner will steal second base and throw down I think it would have mattered if it was caught cleanly. It looked like he was in there. So 0-2 count here with one out. Runner does take second base. And the pitch. That one's a roller through the infield. Drossel tried. Oh, and the left fielder, DeSutter, did not pick up the ball cleanly, and the runner will score on the play.
Okay, so advanced by batter.
So single, and then I think you have to give him an error not picking up the ball as he had stopped at third base momentarily. At any rate, that will make the game 11-5. Here with one out in the top of the sixth inning. That's outside for a ball. 1-0. And just outside again, 2-0. A lot of pitches being thrown by the Hawks pitchers tonight here through 5 1/3 innings, so right around 150 pitches. And high again, 3-0. And ball 4. So Berg will walk. And there's runners here on first and second base, one away. And that'll bring up Gabe Bombardier, who had a 2-run double his last time up. So he is 2 for 3 with a run and 2 RBIs. Griffin and Iverson talking things over here on the mound, how they're going to attack things. I'm assuming it's probably their first time they've worked together, so kind of figuring things out together. Hawks have somebody just starting to loosen up down in the bullpen as we speak.
Now batting 27, Gabe Bombardier.
And with the runners on first and second, looks like we'll play in at first and double play depth up the middle. That's up and away for ball, 1-0. Long look at the runner at second. There's a strike on the outside edge, 1-1. Again, checks the runner at second and fires. Similar pitch, that one just a touch farther outside, 2-1. And Griffin back out on the mound again here for a quick conversation. So 2-1 with 2 on here, top of the sixth, 1 away. And again, outside, 3-1. Three-one pitch. Popped up in the infield. Should be infield fly. Second baseman there, Larson, makes the play for the second out. Big out there. As Larson struggling to throw strikes, and Bombardier maybe helped him out there a little bit. So Barrett now will step up. He's 1 for 3 with a couple runs batted in. That's inside for ball, 1-0. Nice pitch there for a strike, 1-1. Checks the runner at second again and fires. That's fouled back into the backstop, 1-2. 2 outs. Hawks are back deep or all the way around the infield. And the 1-2 pitch here coming from Iverson. Down and away ball, 2-2. Pitch here. Fouled out of play again. We'll stay at 2-2. Iverson now at 65 pitches. Looking for just one more to get out of this 6th inning. That one's hit into left field, and it should be down for a base hit, and shell left. Throw will be cut off, and Muskies will get one more in on an RBI single, and it's now an 11-6 game as they're trying to just chip away at this Hawks lead. And Sean Matson's going to come out and visit with Iverson. The whole infield's going to come in as well. The Hawks 11 runs, 14 hits, 1 error. Muskies 6 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. But still batting here in the top of the 6th inning with 2 on and 2 out. And it looks like the Hawks will be making a pitching change. With 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning, leading by 5. So Vinny Wodell will make his Hawks debut. Right-hander. Get loose. Or no, that is Dennis Reinhardt.
21, Dennis Reinhardt.
So we're talking about Vinny coming in, but that's Dennis Reinhardt coming in here for the Hawks. Maybe they'll keep Vinny to close things out later, but the vet will come in here. Had a nice outing the other night after struggling a bit his first outing. Guy who can throw a lot of breaking balls for strikes. And he will come in here and try to get the Hawks out the 6th inning.
I'm sorry. Number 14, Connor Weed.
So Connor Weed, the number 5 hitter now, will step in. Muskies scored 2 so far here, top of the 6th, to cut the Hawks lead to 11-6. And he will face Dennis Reinhardt. First pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 1. Another off speed, swing and a miss. It gets away. Runners will move up. To second and third. So 0-2 though, with 2 away again. Dennis Reinhardt and the Hawks 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. And the 0-2. High and away, ball 1. Purpose pitch there by Dennis. Changes his eyes. Quick working that inside off speed pitch misses. 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Roller out to third. Rasmussen has it. Throws across, and the Hawks are done in the retire the Muskies in the 6th inning. Newmarket does plate 2. And through 5.5, Hastings 11, Newmarket 6.
In the hole. Kim is on deck to Teodoro. Next batter, 37, Cooper to Sutter.
So big, good job there, I should say, from Dennis Reinhardt to come in at a big spot and get the Hawks out of it before Newmarket can dent into this lead too much, and it's 11 here. Newmarket with 2 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and 2 in the 6th inning. Hawks 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, and 9 big runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Standing 13 Hawks batted. In the 6th inning, DeSutter, Griff, and Cade will bat 7, 8, 9 hitters.
Nick Brandt, left center.
So Berg, who came in and got the Muskies out of the bottom of the 5th, will stay in and pitch here in the 6th inning. Bring up DeSutter, who walked and drove in a run and scored last inning.
Leading off for Hastings, number 37, Cooper to Sutter.
Previously singled and was hit by a pitch, so having a good night. That one's hit out to short. Fielded there, throw across in time, 6-3 put out. Bring up Griffin.
44, Griffin to Teodoro.
Griff 1 for 2 with an RBI. Came around and scored as well. Had a sac bunt back in the 2nd inning. Takes ball 1 high. And that one is down the left field line and slices foul. 1-1 count. Down and in for ball 2-1. That one's hit out to shallow center and going to be down for a base hit. And the Hawks have had an excellent job of just finding spots in this outfield tonight. 15th hit for Hastings.
Now batting 26, center fielder, Kimmis.
And completely honest, most of the hits not very hard hit, but the guys keep putting the bat on the ball and finding some green out in the outfield. Kimmis now will bat, 1 for 3, drove in a couple runs last inning. Puts down a bunt or attempts to it, goes back over the backstop for a strike.
$1 foul ball, courtesy of Michael Thorson Agency.
Hitting in the 9 spot, guy with some speed. Nice to see him maybe add that to his game, putting down a few bunts. This one's hit high and back over us for strike 2.
That's 2 easy $1 foul balls, courtesy of the Michael Thorson Agency.
0-2 pitch. That's inside for ball, 1-2. And same spot, pretty much 2-2. Griffin, small lead over at first base. Don't think he's going anywhere. And again, down and in, and that one caught Kimmis. And Hawks will have runners on first and second with 1 away.
Now batting number 47, Dylan Larson.
Dylan Larson will come up now. Larson 1 for 4 with an RBI single back in that 9-run 5th inning for the Hawks. Takes the ball high, 1-0. And again high, 2-0. I think it goes without saying when you have 15 hits on the night, a lot of good at-bats taken by the Hawks. Working a lot of counts in their favor as well. Inside, 3-0. Nolan Dressel will wait on deck. You would think Larson will be taken here. Takes strike 1. Three, 1 down, ball 4. So Larson works out a walk, and they are loaded up for the Hawks here.
Now batting number 1, the shortstop, Nolan Drossel.
Dross 2 for 3, scored 2 runs, and also has an RBI and a sacrifice fly. And now they're loaded up again for the Hawks. Muskies in on the corners, back in the middle. And that's a base hit to right field. 1 run will score. Second run is in to score, and runners will be at second and third as Drossel another single. And 2 more runs will score for the Hawks. And the hit parade continues for Hastings. It's now 13-6.
Rasmussen.
So hit. You did the hit. Did you get the runs as well? You did. Okay, got it. Great. Thank you.
Hawks 13 runs on 16 hits. Rasmussen takes one high for a ball. Runners on second and third, still only 1 out in the inning. That's popped up first, playable in the infield. He will make the play, and there's 2 away as Rasmussen pops out to first base. Brought Nick Brandt to the plate, struck out his first 3 times, and then hit a monster 3-run home run to left center. And he fouls this one back to the backstop, strike 1. Again, the wind blowing out pretty much straight away right now to center field. And that's a ball. 1-1. That one's hit right field. Right fielder coming on. He can't get there. He'll bounce in. And 2 more runs will score for Hastings. So Brandt reaches on the single. And after striking out 3 times, now has 5 RBIs in his last 2 at-bats.
First baseman number 7, Bennett Grathel.
Suddenly the Hawks up to 15 runs on 17 hits. Cutting a miss, strike 1.
Oh, you missed it. Oh, no,
I missed their hit.
Gotcha.
We have 1 after 9.
And called strike.
He's 1 ahead on hits. I looped up.
So it should be 16. I'll change it.
Cutting a miss, strike 3. And that'll end it for the Hawks in the bottom half of the 6th inning. But 4 more runs for Hastings. Through 6 full, Hastings Hawks 15.
So we got how many?
Newmarket Muskies 6.
15, 16, 1. Bottom of 6th recap, 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on base. The Hawks extend their lead 15-6. In the hole for Newmarket. On deck line, your next batter, number 3, Alex Barrett.
Oh, for God's sake.
So the Hawks have a 15-6 lead here at the top of the 7th inning.
And don't forget, folks, head on over to concessions, burgers, brats, hot dogs, all sorts of cool, refreshing beverages, including beer.
And now Vinny Wordle will come into the game for the Hawks.
Now, Vinny, got it.
So Dennis Reinhardt came in just for that third of an inning and get the Hawks out of the top of the 6th inning.
Now pitching for Hastings, number 18, Vinny Waddell.
Vinny Waddell will come in. Through 4 innings, the Muskies led 4-2, but Hastings with 13 runs in the last 2 innings. And now lead 15-6. As Vinny's warming up here, it'll be Bareth, Klein, and Bailing for the Muskies. 5 or 6, 7, 8 in their lineup.
They clip him like that. I don't know.
And this is not a league game, but it is a section game. So for section seeding is a important game for the Hawks and Muskies. Both teams will face off later this summer here in Newmarket. And Griff throws down. We should be ready here for the 7th inning.
Number 3, Alex Barrett.
So Alex Barrett to step in. Muskies down by 9 here in the 7th inning, facing Vinny Waddell. That one's fouled back and off the backstop here, 0-1. And that's on the outside corner, strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch, swing and a miss, gets in the dirt. Griffin go on the inside of the first base line, throw it down, and retire Barrett on the strikeout. So Odell, first batter he faces, he gets striking out on 3 pitches. Now bring up Spencer Klein, having a rough night for the Muskies, 0 for 3. Couple strikeouts and bounced out into a double play. Cut and a miss, strike 1. Odell has kind of hides that ball down around his waist. Has kind of a closed stance as he throws. That one hits him, so he will give up the free pass here on a hit by pitch.
Now batting first baseman number 20, Mason Trout.
So Griffin out talked to the mound, and Vinny gave the Newmarket batter Klein a little extra time over at first base. So 1 on, 1 out, top 7. Hawks up 15-6. That one's fouled straight back into the fence. 0-1. That one gets away from Griffin, and that all the way to the backstop. Klein will move up to second base on a 1-1 count.
Are you better now? Like she didn't relax with me at all.
No, she's like very like
1-1, 1 out. Runner now at second base. Strike 2 on the outside.
The same thing.
It's not the familiar person. It was like she was always
One, 2 delivery high and off of Griffin's glove. 2-2, and the runner moves up to third base.
yeah. It wasn't where he was
Bit of
intended to throw it.
problems tonight with the Hawks getting pitches to the backstop, but a lot of guys and Griffin working together for the first time. Hopefully, we'll be able to clean this up future outings. And there's a cut and a miss, strike 3. So wrapped around that hit by pitch is 2 swinging strikeouts. And I bring up Kesty with 2 outs, runner on third. Outside for ball, 1-0. That one, Griff throws a little high. Finney able to knock it down, but has to retrieve the ball from behind the mound. One 0 pitch. Strike, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Odell and the Hawks 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. Inside 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Popped up shallow center, but that's going to drop in for a base hit. And Kessie has an RBI single here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Newmarket will score their 7th run of the game. So it's now a 15-7 game. And Weed will step in. He's had a pretty good night for 4. Outside for a ball, 1-0. One 0 pitch, runner goes. Popped up. Rasmussen coming in. Rass has got it, and he will end the inning. Pop up to third base. Newmarket does get 1 run in the top of the 7th. And at stretch time, it is 15-7 Hawks. Hastings looking for 2 runs here in the bottom of the 7th to end this thing early. Soluski, DeSutter, and Griff due up for the Hawks in the bottom of the 7th. I believe Berg is coming back out again for Newmarket. Teams have combined for 22 runs on 25 hits tonight. The hitters have done a nice job, but it also, with this wind blowing out, it just kind of seems like there's been a lot of balls dropping in tonight that normally wouldn't. But that's what happens when you put ball on stick. And Hawks 16 hits. Newmarket in their own right with 9 hits. And throw down. We will be ready here for the bottom of the 7th inning. And here comes Jack O to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Jack 2 for 4 tonight. Unscored.
The setter, now batting number 3, right fielder Jack Seleski.
That's outside for a ball, 1-0. Saying earlier, the Hawks 3-1, 3-0 with the college guy up. That's a strike, 1-1. Did get that 1 game in against Northfield before they came back, which is always nice to have a game or more to let some of the other guys get some action early in the year. That one back to the pitcher, knocks it down, and is able to fire over and get the out. Seleski hit it sharply back to the pitcher, but 1 away.
Now batting number 37, left fielder Cooper DeSutter.
Bring up DeSutter. Sutter 1 for 2, reached base on a hit by pitch and a walk. And a low roller to third. Nice play there. But the ball gets away and he will reach. Nice play, but unable to get the throw right to the first baseman. And just out of my viewpoint there with the backstop, the post right in my view there. And that is an error, 4th one for the Muskies. And Griff will step up here now with 1 on, 1 out. Down in for ball, 1-1. Inside again, 2-1. And Griffin hits one sharply to second. Only play, though, over to first for the out. 4-3 put out. Sutter moves up to second base. That'll bring up Kimmis. 1 for 3 with a couple runs scored and a couple RBIs.
By number 26, Kate Kimmis.
I make Griffin get out. I was trying to figure out ground out 4-3, and the runner goes to second on the play.
There's a strike on the inside corner, 0-1.
No, it's fine.
That one's just wide of first, and that bat, I think, is done for, as it sounded like it snapped.
They did not die a hero.
Is it 1? Is it on 1? 2, that's 2. I heard Richard over there going, "Aww."
So 0-2 to Kimmis, 2 outs. To Sutter at second base. Goes back, grabs a new bat. Down and in for a ball, 1-2. Hits out in the shallow right. Second baseman goes out. He is able to get there and make the play. Pop out to second. And the Hawks are done here in the 7th inning. We'll go to the top of the 8th. Hastings leads 15-7.
Kind of a bummer. There's really not many people here. It's kind of cold and shitty, but there's not many people here, unfortunately. And Labor Day and Memorial Day weekend, I mean, you never freaking know. Breeder at second. 47 to third. Or short, I mean. 47 to short. Jack was pitching.
Hold up, I gotta write all this down. That's a lot.
I think I got it, bro. I think we can.
It's a lot of changes here for the Hawks as Jack Selesky will come into the game to pitch from right field. So Greer will be at second. Larson over to shortstop. Drossel will go from short to center. Kimmis over to left field. And that means to Sutter would go over to right field, I believe. As manager Matson trying to make it as difficult as possible for us, but all the moves make sense. Russell, an outstanding center fielder and shortstop, and Kimmis, a pretty good, solid outfielder as well. So you move him to left. DeSutter's got a good arm. He can play right field. Larson moves over. That allows Greeter to come in and play his normal second base spot. So again, top of 8th, Hawks leading 15-7 as Jack Selesky will take the mound. And he'll talk to Griffin here. He'll go over the signs, I'm sure, and
I think I got this.
maybe what they want to throw in a certain spot.
Number 3, Jack Selesky. He moves in from right field. Now at second base, taking the pitching spot is Jason Greeter. Kate Kimmis is in left. Drossel is in center, and DeSutter is in right.
At short, shortstop is.
And Larson is at short.
So we got all the changes done here, and we'll step in. We'll new market in the top of the 8th inning. Jack Selesky on the mound. That's up for a ball, 1-0. Berg, who is now pitching, I believe, is at the plate. Cut and a miss there. Strike one. So Jack now with a shot to be on the mound. We haven't seen him on the mound for a while after hurting his arm last year. And cut and a miss. Strike 2-2. One-two pitch. Nice off speed. Strike 3. Swinging, and there's one away here in the 8th inning. Had to bring up Gabe Bombardier.
Gabe Bombardier.
Cut and a miss. Strike 1. Jack looks good here early on. And the 0-1. Off speed, strike 2 on the outside. Outside edge there, and Jack up 0-2. And 0-2. Up and 1-2. Another off speed outside corner, and we'll be down in front of Dressel for a single. And the Muskies have one on with one out here in the 8th inning. 10th hit of the night for Newmarket.
Now batting number 2, right fielder Josh Barrett.
So Josh Barrett will bat. Middle infield back. See if our new middle infield here of Larson and Greeter has a chance to turn a double play. Hit to Greeter. Just going to have to go over to first to retire him on a 4-3 putout. I thought for a split second I might have had a nice call there.
Yeah, it was damn close.
And there's 2 away. Runner at second base now. And Connor Weed will bat.
Now batting number 14, center fielder Connor Weed. It was just all his momentum was carrying him that way.
At this point, I would rather Breeder just take the out, not try to make that play. At this point in the game, up 9, yeah, or up 8, yeah.
First pitch here in the dirt, ball 1.
Nothing against Breeder. I love Breeder. Just go to first.
Anybody making that play, that's a smart play.
Selesky checks the runner at second base and fires. Cut and a miss, strike 1, 1-1.
I mean, he had to take, 3 steps over?
Yeah. Yeah, he was just going the wrong way. And I think it was against the shoulders, messed up anyway, so.
Checks the runner again and fires. That skid bounces in front of the plate, and the runner will move over to third base. And it's 2-1. So Selesky 2-1 count here to Weed. Up and in, 3-1. Bombardier over at third. 3-1 pitch. Strike 2 called, 3-2. So full count now with 2 away here for Connor Weed. Full count pitch, swing and a miss, and Jack Zaleski gets his second strikeout of the inning. It sends 4 to the plate, leaves a runner at third base. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Hawks still leading 15-7. Looks like Bird will come out for his third inning of the night. Struggled his first inning where Hawks scored 4. Able to put up a 0 last inning. And now he will come out here for the bottom of the 8th inning. Larson, Drossel, Rasmussen due up here for the Hawks in the bottom of the 8th. Again up by 8, looking for 2 runs to end the game an inning early.
Leading off for Hastings, the shortstop, number 47, Dylan Larson.
First pitch foul back to the screen, strike 1. This one's popped up a foul just back and out of play. Thought it might grab the roof here, but just off to the side. 0-2. That one's away, 1-2. And 2-2 to Larson. 1 for 4 with a walk. Scored and has driven in 1 as well. Fouled back the screen. And we'll stay at 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Larson goes down on strikes to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning, and that'll bring up Drossel.
Now batting center fielder number 1, Nolan Drossel.
Drossel 3 for 4. Scored 3 runs, driven in 2. And that one's hit sharply to left center, but center fielder got a nice jump on that one and is able to put it away for the second out of the 8th inning. And Kellen Rasmussen will step in.
The next batter, baseman number 14, Kellen Rasmussen.
Rasmussen 3 for 5 tonight, scored a run. Ball 1, 1-0. That's it out to left field. Left fielder looks like he's got it measured. He's got it. Hawks go down 1-2-3 in the 8th, but through 8 innings, Hastings 15-7, 3 outs away from their 4th win in a row. Now Jack Zaleski will come out here, his second inning of work, try to finish this off for the Hawks.
No, I needed it that way for.
Alex Barrett Spencer Klein and Bailing, the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for Newmarket against Selesky here in the top of the ninth.
But I mean, even that didn't want to come up for me.
Yeah, looks like Jack's right. He's going to throw one more, and Griff throw it down to second. We'll be ready for the top of the ninth inning.
Leading off, number 3, Alex Barrett.
So Barrett will step in. 1 for 3 at the walk tonight. Just misses outside. Does Jack 1-0. And the rain is definitely coming back here for making another appearance here in the ninth inning. Just high again, 2-0 from Jack. 2-0 count from Jack. Strike one called, 2-1. And the pitch cut and a miss. Strike 2, 2-2. Two pitch from Selesky to Barrett. Check swing. Then go full count. So full count offering here coming from Selesky. Off speed tapper. Past Jack. Rass from third. Great play and dig, and there's one away here in the top of the ninth inning.
Now batting number 24, Spencer Klein.
He's just such a good all-around player.
So one away, and Klein will step in here. Strike on the outside half from Jack, 0-1. One pitch down and away for a ball. Hawks do have another home game, a league game Monday, Memorial Day, as Cannon Falls comes up. Always a good rivalry game. And there's strike 2 as Jack starting to pump him in there in the zone. And it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Off speed out to left field and gonna drop in front of K. Chemist for a base hit. So 1 out single down the left field line for the Muskies. They're 11-8. And we have a pinch hitter here, number 15.
Now batting 15, Owen Becker.
So 1 on, 1 out here, top 9. That's inside for ball, 1-0. Just outside, 2-0. The rain's picking up a little bit again here as it kind of tapered off for a last batter or two, but starting to pick up again. That got a piece of Griffin on the foul. And he hops up. Looks like he's okay. So he's pointing by his hip there, his right hip. Rain definitely picking up here. Pitch from Jack. Called strike 2-2. And outside this time, full count from Selesky. See what the Muskies do. Down 8, probably not a whole lot, but full count. Called strike 3. And there's 2 away, and I'm not going to lie to you, with that rain really picking up here in an 8-run game in the 9th inning, I think anything that's real close is going to be called a strike. Skies opening up quite a bit here. First time tonight where there's a good, solid rain. That one gets away from Griffin. Runner's going to go down to second. Hawks don't really care. And it is a 1-0 count. A 9-hitter Kesty at the plate. That one's a roller up the middle and gets through. Newmarket's going to play to run here with 2 outs, and the throw coming all the way through will allow Kesty to take second base.
Number 12, Adam Weed.
And that'll scores 15-8. And bring up the leadoff hitter, Adam Weed.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's been right on top of it, man. I've been looking over there, and he's just got him in every time.
I didn't even think of it.
Off speed, just misses there, ball 1. Runner goes to third. And that's in ball 2-0. And the 2-0. That's hit sharply into right center. That's down. All the way to the wall. Newmarket will plate another run, and he is going to fly into third with a triple. And Newmarket not quite done yet. It's now 15-9. So Berg will bat here for the 5th time tonight. And Jack slips there, and the run's going to come in and score on a balk. Newmarket hits double digits. It's now 15-10. And that's in the dirt for ball, 1-0. 3 runs here in the top of the 9th for Newmarket with 2 away. Hawks still, though, leading by 5. Jack Selesky looking for that last out. Cut and a miss, strike 1, 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Off speed, strike 2. Rain even coming down even harder now. If we weren't like the last out of the game here, I think they might have to take a break. But being it's 2 outs, top of the 9th, to try to get this game in here right now. Called, strike 3. Selesky with the strikeout to end it. Hawks defeat Newmarket tonight 15-10. 15 runs, 16 hits, and 1 error on the board for the Hawks. 10 runs, 13 hits, and 4 errors for Newmarket. Hawks go to 4-1, 1-0 in section play. And we are back here again Monday, 2 o'clock for a league against the 1C team left, I believe, in our league, and that'd be Cannon Falls. A lot of times those Cannon Falls games, 2-1, 3-2 type games. We'll see if that happens again here on Monday for a 2 o'clock start. Would love to see you all out here on Monday, and we'll try to get a broadcast going again, hopefully on Monday. And if you're at the park, you can always go home and watch it again on replay here on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Hawks win 15-10, 4 in a row, and now are 4-1.